Good morning. I'm Mara Elliott from the San Diego City Attorney's Office and also your city attorney. I have the honor of speaking on behalf of both my office and Bonnie Dumanis, our district attorney, who unfortunately has lost her voice and couldn't be here today. Today we are announcing a countywide agreement that bolsters support for victims of domestic violence, and in particular, victims of strangulation. Every local law enforcement that is part of the San Diego Police Chiefs and Sheriffs Association came together to officially sign the strangulation protocol yesterday. Many of those organizations are represented here today. The strangulation protocol creates a system of uniform detection, documentation, and response to strangulation cases. As a result, defendants and victims receive consistent treatment across the county. Why is this important? Domestic violence takes many forms, but men who strangle women are especially dangerous. They use strangulation as a deadly weapon to terrorize and control their victims. The abusers want them to feel powerless, to fear their lives can be taken at any second. Strangulation ensures that a victim's sense of vulnerability remains with them for a long time. It only takes a small amount of pressure to cause significant damage. An adult can be rendered unconscious in 5 to 10 seconds with 11 pounds per square inch of consistent pressure. Most importantly, a woman who has been strangled by a violent partner is 7 times more likely to someday be killed by him. This strangulation protocol makes it easier for many of these victims to not only prove their abuse, but to articulate clues to a crime they might never have considered evidence. It makes it easier for juries to convict, and it allows prosecutors to seek longer sentences for this calculated offense. Proof of strangulation can add months to a jail term, potentially years when it elevates a misdemeanor to a felony. The longer an abuser is behind bars, the more time their victims have. More time to move out, to get the treatment and counseling they need, to acclimate to a life without violence, and to move on with their lives. In a moment, you'll hear from a victim who experienced this very personal form of domestic violence when she was strangled by her intimate partner. This new protocol has been a team effort. Family violence prevention professionals, prosecutors, law enforcement leaders, medical professionals, and advocates met for 6 months to formalize the protocol. The San Diego Police Department and the City of San Diego, in partnership with our office, have also created a public service announcement in English and in Spanish, along with a training video for law enforcement. The 30-second public service announcement is meant to provide information and increase awareness about the dangers of strangulation. I'd like to show you this public service announcement now.
There are some facts about strangulation we'd like you to know.
Strangulation is not love.
Strangulation can be charged as a felony.
Strangulation equals jail.
Strangulation can kill.
If you or someone you know is being abused, please get help.
The training video I mentioned will teach law enforcement basic information about strangulation, how to ask the right questions, and how best to document it. Doing this will help prosecutors determine if enough proof exists to file criminal charges, even felony charges for this kind of abuse. We will do that through a revised domestic violence supplemental form, which every patrol officer in the field will be required to complete. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, here to share her personal story is Mario.
Good morning, everybody. I am a survivor of domestic violence. I really feel proud to live in a county that takes domestic violence very seriously and that has so many programs to help families. I could have been killed by my husband, ex-husband, but I am alive today because of an effective social service and criminal justice network. I was the victim of domestic violence and strangulation, and I felt terrified. I will never forget the look on his eyes when he was holding me by the neck. He didn't look like my husband at all. I felt a sense of deep terror. When it was over, I did not understand that I had been a victim of strangulation. There was a time when I thought nothing would stop my abusive husband. I experienced many types of abuse during the relationship, including threats, emotional abuse, financial abuse, and physical abuse. Thanks to a kind police officer who took the time to educate me about domestic violence and who did not judge me. I called the numbers that he handed me, and I was able to get help. Our county's police officers and deputies have a window of opportunities to help victims understand how dangerous strangulations can be and to connect them with help. I want to thank all of the criminal justice and healthcare leadership here today for taking such a proactive steps to improve the detection and response to domestic violence and strangulations. You will save lives with these efforts. So thank you very much.